I'm back today. I'm making another video. This is a new video from me after not making a video for 2 days. This is going to be, again, another video outside of talking about wrestling. This has just been something that's just been bothering me and has me thinking about for a couple weeks or maybe a couple months. And I've been waiting to make this video. I wanted to make this video last week, but I didn't really get to it because I was really talking about wrestling and everything else. But really, it's just something that's just been bothering me, something that Hollywood's been doing lately, and it's sort of been a trend now as all these type of movies are starting to come out like every couple months these type of movies keep coming out. But before I get to what I'm going to be talking about, because really this is only going to be a short video, I don't want to extend it to 10 minutes because that's not, I really don't want to talk more in this video. But yeah, before I get to that, like I said, Q&A is coming pretty soon. It's coming August the 28th. So send me your questions, and I'll feel free to answer them as best as I can. And like I said in previous videos, please limit it to them. Please limit the questions to 3 because I want to give everybody else a chance. There's already only got one person who sent me questions, so please, not well. So if you got anything bugging you or bothering you, feel free to send it in my inbox, and like I said, I'll mention your name and I'll explain your question as best I can in the Q&A video, which is coming. Because Q&A with Fitness 65 Chapter 3, I guess, which is I'm going to be calling it. Through every Q&A I do, it's going to be some sort of chapter like 1, 2, 3, whatever. That's coming, so feel free to send me a question and I'll answer it as best I can. And then, like I said about the video requests, if you got any video requests that you want me to do and you want me to talk about a specific thing for or do a specific topic on a video, feel free to send me a video request and I'll be sure to do it. And I'll also mention your name. It can be anything from wrestling to video games to entertainment to etc. Whatever it is, I'll be able to explain it as best I can. So yeah, that's pretty much the two things I wanted to talk about. Sorry about that, but get into this video. This is gonna be me talking about why Hollywood should stop making movies. Should stop making TV show like bring like they're should stop making movies out of TV shows and stop making movies out of video games. Hollywood has just been getting a real bad habit of doing this. They did this a lot last year, and they're starting to do it this year a lot. And really, it's a thing that's just sort of it's like sort of a trend that Hollywood just keeps doing because they really got no ideas of what to come up with, so they gotta make movies out of a TV show that we were born with or something we grew up on. And then when they do make a movie out of something like out of our childhood memory, they kind of destroy it, sort of like what they did to Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is one of those cartoon shows that had a fan following. Some of us grew up with Dragon Ball Z, and really we didn't want Hollywood to make a movie out of Dragon Ball Z to begin with because we knew when Dragon Ball Z was going to be turned into a movie, it was going to be a complete disaster because Hollywood wouldn't know what to do with some of the characters. They wouldn't know how to develop some of the characters. They wouldn't go back to the the origins of Dragon Ball Z and explain why all these characters are going after the Dragon Balls and why all these characters are fighting in Dragon Ball or fighting in the Earth. And that's pretty much what Hollywood screwed up on, and thus we ended up getting a bad Dragon Ball Z movie. And then it's happened with other movies that I really can't think of, as some of these TV shows were turned into movies and they just really didn't turn out well, and they sort of ended up messing up the franchise. They kind of they kind of improved on it a little bit with G.I. Joe, because from what I heard, G.I. Joe was a pretty good movie and it sort of did everything right, which was get everything, like the plot and everything that was in the TV show and in the comic book. They sort of did that right, and that's kind of the right direction that they're going. But just other movies like Scooby-Doo, they sort of ruined the Scooby-Doo franchise. If you look at the two Scooby-Doo movies that they turned the cartoon into the movie, those two movies were awful, and really Scooby-Doo has just been trying to pick itself back up with those made-for-TV cartoon movies to try to erase all that memory from that bad taste in people's mouths from that bad Scooby-Doo movie. And that's just another example of Hollywood messing up some of our childhood memories by turning these TV shows into movies. And really, they're gonna start doing it again. Yeah, they're gonna start doing it again. I forgot what TV. It's some cartoon show. I forgot. It's called Rats or something. They're gonna turn that into a movie. I have a feeling that ain't gonna turn out well. And there's other movies that I really can't think of, but really Hollywood just needs to stop doing that. They also need to stop turning video games into movies. I mean, it was cute the first couple times, but really it's just getting repetitive. And now, thanks to Hollywood doing it, we're gonna get another Resident Evil movie. I mean, Resident Evil was a good movie for what it was, the first and the second one, but the first one really was a good movie, and they could have just stopped at that. But somehow they got the bright idea to make three other movies of that movie. I mean, two other movies of that movie from that series, and now many people just don't care for it, and they're gonna make more and more and more movies into video games into movies. Like there's a Halo movie that's been confirmed for, I believe, next year. And then there's a Sims movie that's going to be confirmed for next year, which I'm pretty sure those movies are going to be, well, Halo might be okay, but The Sims really is a video game that really should not be turned into a movie at all, because really, what can you do with it? And many people are going to be confused, and they're just going to be wondering why Hollywood got their hands and got their hands on the Sims video game and turned it into a movie. But maybe it might work out, but in my opinion, they shouldn't have even turned that into a movie. But that's just my opinion. But Hollywood's going to do it, and thus it might end up ruining people's tastes of the Sims. And hopefully the Halo movie might turn out well, but you never know, because we already know about how some video games that turn into movies, they tend to not do too well. But anyhow, this is just a quick video just ranting on why Hollywood should just leave our childhood memories alone when it comes to TV shows, and some of our childhood memories when it comes to video games, because there's other video games from the past that are going to be turned into to movies, and really it's just going to turn us off to some of our classic video games that we used to love playing. It's sort of going to be raping our childhood from when it comes to video games from the past, when they start turning these into movies. But I just feel that Hollywood could come out with better ideas and come out with better ideas, instead of having to steal from our childhood and try to make movies out of a video game to sort of make themselves happy and to sort of get themselves ideas in Hollywood and to throw something out in front of the public's eyes. But anyhow, that's just giving you my video about why Hollywood should stop turning TV shows into movies and turning video games into movies. Just my quick rant on that. Hopefully you like my video. You can rate, you can comment, you can give me a video response. And for some of you who are just tuning in for the first time, feel free to subscribe, because I got a lot of good videos on the way. I got more wrestling videos on the way. Like I said, I got a Q&A. And for some of you, yeah, I got a Q&A coming pretty soon. So if some of you got a question or you want me to answer anything that's bothering you, feel free to send me a question in my inbox, and I'll be sure to include your name in the Q&A for Fitness 65. And then, of course, any video requests you want me to do, anything you want me to talk about or make a video about, feel free to send it to me, and I'll be sure to do it and explain everything in that video as best I can. Anyhow, thank you for watching, and I hope to upload another video for you either tomorrow or Friday or possibly Saturday or Sunday. Until then, thank you for watching. Fitness 65 out.